Hey there. So we're going to just jump straight into this training and we're just going to CTFO, which you'll hear that expression pop up around me quite a lot. So let's get cracking. Welcome to the Screw Different, Be More You training. And over the next 40 minutes or so, I'm going to let you in on a secret of mine, something which not a lot of people know and far too many people overlook as being the most important part of building your business. And that's your brand. Now, it may come as a shock, I know, because it can feel like a dirty word sometimes. One that's reserved only for those with big bucks or big businesses. Not you, not right now with your visions and your goals and ideas and plans to get there. You've got to wait, right? But that's bull. All businesses should invest in building their brand their way from the very get-go. It's the one thing that, when done right, no one can copy, because when done right, your brand is the perfect reflection of you. So stick with me here. You don't have to be an extrovert or wanting to be the face of your brand to use this strategy. All brands, even those seemingly big, faceless corporations, started with a you-based brand. And that's the secret that I want to share with you today. How to go from your vision to your visuals, designing a brand that positions you as the expert with personality. But why? I mean, there's a lot of content out there, and most likely you will already know more than a few people teaching the same thing as you. In an age when there is so much information available for free, why would anyone pay you to find this stuff out, right? It's a legit question. And one that may have had you stumbling over your thing for a little while now. I mean, why would anyone listen to me when in a few clicks you can find everything you ever need to know on Google, right? And it's true, it's a very valid point. But in a world where information is thrown around like confetti at a Coldplay gig, then what people want more than anything is that helping hand, a guide, someone who they can trust to wade through all of the things out there and deliver them exactly what they need. And that person is you. So I'll say it again, with all caps for emphasis, you. Who you are, what you know, how you know it, that's what people really want. To connect with someone like you who gets who they are and can help them cut through all the crap and get what they need quickly and, most importantly, enjoyably. If that's a word. So there's no fun in trawling through endless Google results. I mean, we've all been there trying to find what you need. For the most part, we are really quite a lazy bunch and we'll gloss over anything that looks boring, which is where design comes balling in like your best mate with a bottle of your favorite wine just when you need it most. So design is your best friend, especially when it comes to showing your personality online. So when you can't be there yourself, wowing the masses with your own blend of expert knowledge and fascinating quirks, then design will have your back, showing up for you and putting in the hard work up front so that when you do meet your perfect customers, they already feel like they know you, like they've been friends with you for years. And that's all down to the visuals that you are using online right now. But who am I to tell you this? So I'm Dee Woodward and I am obsessed with great design. Now, I always have been since my very first obsession collecting Easter egg wrappers purely for the love of the graphic prints on those things, which may be showing my age here, but those little foil wrappers used to have some seriously great design on them. And by great design, what I mean is the kind of design that grabs your attention, really makes you sit up, stand out, and gives you more of those three big C's: clarity, confidence, and cash. Because great design will make you more money, and it's not in some sleazy underhand way. Knowing how to use design as a tool in your business will help you connect with your perfect customers, strengthening your position in the market and ultimately increasing your profitability. Profitability. Sounds great, right? So how do you do this? What is that big secret? Think about your favorite business crush right now. Now, that person who is just absolutely nailing it in everything that they do online. You've never really spoken to them, you're not particularly stalking them online, but when their stuff pops up in your world, you get the feels, you get that feeling like they've created this thing and it's just for you because they are speaking so personally towards you. They've built this crush-worthy business brand, as it were, and you'll find yourself wanting to buy absolutely everything they create just because you know that whatever it is that they're creating is going to be good for you. So the same content could be delivered by anyone else online, but it just wouldn't have the same impact because you haven't got that connection with the person, the brand behind those business offerings. It really doesn't matter what you are selling, it's the way you are selling it. That's branding. So when it comes to building a profitable business, the brand is where the money is, not in the business. That's why so many businesses spend a lot of time and invest a lot of energy in building their brand. The way a person feels about anything is really everything. The way that person feels about your business is the difference between them becoming a customer or walking away into the arms of your competitors. And the way a person feels is really where it all starts. It's those fuzzy feelings that are holding the purse strings, if you know. It's what you've got that could be the best thing in the world for me right now. But if I don't get that connection, that warm fuzzy feeling about the idea and the experience from buying from you, then I'm just not going to buy. Whereas if I may not need what it is that you've got, and all logical reasoning might conclude that I could just make a cup of coffee in my home right now. I can even make a cup of Starbucks coffee for free in my home right now, thanks to the sample coffee pods that I was given on my last trip to Starbucks. But it just doesn't have that same feeling. It doesn't have the same experience as when I walk in the doors at my nearest Starbucks. That's what building your brand does for your offerings. Understanding how your brand influences your business is the first place to start before reaching for those graphics tools and throwing any old design out into the world. So profitable design doesn't start with design, it starts with your business goals. Write that down. Stick it on a post-it, print a screen grab of this slide, but keep it near you so that every time you go to create something for your business, you think about this. Think about what you want to achieve first. Then you can crack open that packet of Crayolas and start designing with your end goals in sight. You can really think about how you want to influence and impact the person that's seeing these graphics, and then you can start designing. So if you want to grow your business to status of that business crush that we talked about earlier, and you want to be someone else's business crush one day, then design with that in mind. Design for the business that you want to have, not the one that you do have right now. So you might be going through one of many growth spurts where money is tight but ideas are flowing. Maybe you've reinvested all of your monies and you just don't have the cash or the time to hire a designer to create the feeling that you want to be known for in your business right now. But design doesn't have to break the bank to work for you. You don't have to have years of design experience to create draw-worthy visuals for your business. So I'm going to show you exactly how you can start creating design for your business for free in really only a few minutes every day, and we'll get to that very shortly. But first, what are your goals? What do you want to achieve from the design that you're going to be putting out for your business? That's the starting point, and that's where I want you to take a couple of minutes and think about that before we move on. So you won't ever get to your destination if you don't know where you're going. May have heard something similar to like that, been quoted many times, because it's true. If your end goal is more customers, great, but what kind of customers? Because customers come in all shapes and sizes, so knowing as much as you can about exactly who you want to attract and why you want to attract them will start to play a big role in how you use your design. So if you're looking for customers, for example, who value high-end luxury event experiences, then your design style will be very different to if you were looking to attract the parents of young children, for example, who value messy play and creative crafts. Just talking through those ideas out loud will have hopefully painted two very different visual images in your mind. And these images are the visual experience that you want to reflect and enhance in your design to encourage that feeling in your perfect customers so that they connect with your message and see what you're offering as the perfect solution. So it might sound a bit mind game-ish, and it kind of is, I suppose, but you're purposely creating an environment that your customers want to buy in, making what you're offering the easy and obvious choice. Now, there is a lot of psychological factors at play when you use design in your business, whether you know you're using it or not. And my job today is to help you understand how you can start using design as a marketing tool for your business. So design isn't just a tool you use to create marketing. Design actually is the marketing tool itself. So if you know that you've already got your brand design style nailed and you know what's working for you and it's designed to connect with your perfect customers and it's positioning you as the expert that you want to be known as, then you can go ahead and skip the next few minutes and head right into the design training. But if you're not sure if your brand is really working for you as well as it could be right now, then stay tuned because I'm going to introduce to you my 4-step CTFO brand process, which also stands for my all-time favourite saying, crack the fuck on, which is exactly what we shall do. So CTFO, core, tribe, feelings, offerings. These are the 4 parts to your brand, and understanding how these all work together is what will make your brand profitable for you and for your customers, which is where most people start. Customers, they think about who they want to attract and start designing everything around them. And although that is a successful strategy for getting more customers, it's not necessarily the best strategy for getting the customers that you really want. The customers that love what you do, that want to buy all the things from you before you've even launched them, the ones that are loyal and help to build your brand. To attract those kind of customers, you have to put yourself first, which may sound a little bit odd, but stick with me. To focus on who you are and what you love most and bringing this into your brand, that's where you want to start. You want to start building a business around what you love doing, not just what you're good at and what people want to buy. Now, it is a bold move and it can be a bit of a scary one because it's hard to put yourself out there with kind of warts and all and share with the world that thing that you love most. But that's where you need to start to build a brand that's going to grow with you. So part 1, your core, who you are and what you love. Now, this is the starting point for everything in business, especially your brand and marketing design. Your personality, what makes you you, and all of the things that your competitors could never copy because it's who you are, not who they are. So make a list now of all the things that you love most in the world. Try and keep your list to non-work related things. So if you have a strong love for coffee or an obsession with the colour orange or maybe a crazy collection of old Easter egg wrappers all pressed flat and boxed up because you fell in love with the prints as a child and you couldn't bear to throw them away, these are all things that make you you and are really gold when it comes to building your brand visually. So already from that quick list, you can see why orange is the perfect choice for my own brand style. And that imagery with computers and coffee wouldn't feel out of place, as are repeating patterns, which you may see showing up in my visual language. They all tell small stories about who I am. They're all adding parts of my personality into my brand, and that helps build the connection with my customers. So if you've dug into your core and you've identified ways to bring more of you into your brand, then, and only then, can you move over to start thinking about your customers. So your customers or your tribe, who are your perfect customers? Now, I know a lot of people go crazy on the idea of the customer avatar. However, if, like me, your idea of writing out a list of random facts about a made-up person makes you kind of want to run screaming into the night, then don't roll your eyes at me just yet. Instead, I've got a quick-fire way to identify your perfect customers by really thinking about your perfect customer. So someone that you already know. Now, they may or may not have already been a customer, but they will be someone that you know really well, someone who exists, someone you can look up on Facebook and do a bit of legit stalking to see what it is that they love, where they hang out, and what kind of conversations they are having. I mean, what else is Facebook for if not for a bit of legit stalking, right? So think about people that you know already and choose someone who would be your perfect customer, someone you know that you would just absolutely love working with and that they would love working with you. And then start to list out all the things you like about that person, which makes them a great match for what you offer. So for example, let's call my lady Sarah. That's not actually her name, so don't go trying to stalk her. Now, for me, Sarah runs a very successful online business. She's always in launch kind of mode, perhaps, and always has a series of products and things that she wants to be launching, including perhaps a membership site. Her year is loosely planned out in that she knows what months are launch months and when she'll need to ramp up her promotional materials. And Sarah values great design because she has seen how it makes a difference in her business. She doesn't want to hire a designer full-time on her team, but does have a PA who loves to kind of help create graphics following templates and a bit of guidance. So I know Sarah loves to spend most of her time online and is quite outspoken. She's not afraid to stand up for what she believes, call people out on their bullshit when they're needed, but always with a fun, friendly and loving way. She's a bit crazy, quick-witted, and not shy of the odd swear word. Now, I could go on. See how this is different from writing a kind of core customer avatar profile. There's no need for long drawn-out facts. You don't need to know what car they're driving or what their birthdays are or what their eye colours are. You just want to be able to picture a real-life person that you know, so that when you're designing your marketing and creating your brand, you can imagine how this person is going to respond to what you create. So now you've got a clear idea who makes up your tribe, let's move on to F, and that's feelings. How you want people to feel when they interact with your brand. And this is where we start to pull together everything from the core and tribe and design an experience around your business. So imagine you're designing a physical shop for your business. What would that look like? What's the experience people feel when they walk through the door and into the world of your business? That's what your website should feel like. That's what your marketing should feel like. That's what browsing your Facebook page or your social media channels should feel like. It's what every piece of design that you create should be designed to do. Inspire the feeling in your perfect customers. And then finally, we move on to O. Now, O stands for offerings. And this is when we really get to look at what you're actually selling and how you can create marketing to position those offerings in a way that speaks to your customers. It's the final part of the CTFO process, and it brings us full circle into the branding process. Core, tribe, feelings, and offerings. Now, that was a brief overview of the brand process because each of those steps does have its own kind of workshops of its own, but that's not what we're here to work on today. Today, we're looking at how you can create quick and easy marketing designs for your brand right now. And for that, let me introduce you to my secret design tool, Google Slides. Now, you can, of course, take this same training and apply it to any of the kind of Creative Suite tools if you have them, or if you get on one with Canva, then the same design rules apply. However, Google Slides is my tool of choice right now for creating simple and easy to edit graphics for your everyday business needs. And that's coming from a lifelong designer here. I mean, I cut my teeth back in the days of Quark, pre-InDesign days, and if there was ever a time, but when designing for my one-to-one clients, there came a point when it just got a bit too crazy to keep coming back to me for small changes to their designs. And when you need to add an offer to your web header, or you want to put a post out on Facebook today, and you know that the post with visuals are going to get seen more, and then those that don't have visuals, then by the time you've connected to your designer, booked it in, explained what you needed, waited to get it back, tweaked it, saved it, waited some more, the moment has well and truly passed. Because in today's online business world, things move fast. And if you're waiting for your designer to get back to you, then you're missing opportunities. And if you give up creating consistent visual content because, who's got the time for that, then you give up connecting with your perfect customers. I love this quote. People following directions with text and illustrations do 323% better than people following directions without illustrations. So that's something to really pay attention to, because let's face it, the images that you're putting out there for your business, you want people to take action on, to follow your direction, to take action. Without action, you just have a bunch of pretty pictures. And we're not here creating art for your business, we're here to create action. And that's when I dove into this world of Google Slides and PowerPoint, because it turns out that pretty much everything you can do in those fancy pants designer tools, you can do in Google Slides. And definitely everything that you need to do for your everyday online visuals, you can do in just a few minutes in Google Slides, and it's free. So here's a few examples before we get started. Now, I started creating social share graphics and promo visuals and all sorts of bits and pieces like that in slide format so that my clients can easily edit and save their own graphics whenever they need to, without having to learn much more than the basic kind of word editing features and without having to wake up their designer. Which is where the idea from Get It came from. Now, Get It is my membership site, and it's a collection of ready-to-edit design templates, which, you guessed it, are all made in Google Slides. But today, I'm going to show you how you can quickly and easily edit these templates to fit your brand style and your business goals using my favorite of all the templates. Now, call it a blog template, call it a web header, call it whatever you like, really. This one template can and should be used all over the place. And to show you exactly how easy these templates are to get working for your brand style, I want to take you inside my Disrupt the Timeline product and pull up a members only training that I shared inside to help members get the most out of their design templates. So come on over and join me inside Disrupt the Timeline. Now, welcome to Disrupt the Timeline. I'm just going to scroll down and we will go and jump into the video training for how to edit your templates to fit your brand style. Now, this is training that's available to members only within the Disrupt the Timeline program, but I'm going to play this through for you now so you can see exactly how you can edit these templates to fit your own brand style. Hey there, so in this video I want to give you a quick overview on how easy it is to download and edit any of the design templates to fit your brand style, but also to fit any number of applications that you need to online. So you don't have to be restricted to just using the web header template for a web header, or the Pinterest or Instagram or Facebook templates for those individual social media platforms. They are able to be used in multiple ways, so you do actually get a lot more than you bargained for when you first joined up for this course. So to give you an example, I want to today change the header on my web page group, in my Facebook group. So to do that, I'm going to go in and I'm going to choose one of the web header templates, and then I'm going to edit that and upload it into Facebook, and I'm just going to show you the steps I take to brand this so it fits my brand style. So I'm going to go through the different versions here, and I'm going to choose one that I think is going to fit my brand style. So I'm going to go and choose the Disruptor web header, and I'm going to click download, and that's going to download that to my computer. So that's the first step. Choose your template, go and click download, and then I want you to go into Google Slides, or if you would prefer to use PowerPoint, you can use PowerPoint, or if you're using Pages or one of the other Mac alternatives to PowerPoint, then this will work in a similar way. Some of the steps may be slightly different. I'm going to show you Google Slides because it's a free and easy tool to use, and it's the one that we love best. So I'm going to go File, New, click on Presentation to open up a new page. And once that's open, I'm going to go back into File, we're going to choose Open, we're going to use the Upload section, and we're just going to go over and choose the latest template that we've downloaded to our computer. We're going to drag it over into the Open File section, let go, and that's going to open this design template directly on your Google Slides. So now that that has opened, you can see that you've got a number of different template designs already set up within this folder. So you can just go through and decide which one is going to fit your needs best for today. So I'm going to use this one because it's quite simple, it's quite plain, and it's got one of the images in there that actually I'm going to replace with a different picture, but it's got that style about it that I want for this page. So I'm just going to go and delete the design elements that are in the template already so I can replace them with my own branded style. So I'm going to go and change the background as well to a plain white background. So I'm ready to start actually with a blank page. So I'm going to go over to this page where some of my brand style is already laid out within Google Slides, and I'm just going to copy this over into the template that we've downloaded. Now it's coming in at a much larger size, so I'm just going to go and rescale the image to start with. I'm going to fit that into the lower section. Now I'm not going to fill this to the entire depth of the page, because as you'll notice when you look over at the Facebook header, it's a much narrower graphic. So to make sure that my image actually fits in, you can see that the full image is here. So if I wanted to make sure that the top of my head could fit in as well, I can just go in and change the bounding box. So I'm going to bring this box in slightly as well and move my head over. There you go, you can see much more of my image. And this is the area that we're actually going to want to see within this header box. So I'm just going to bear that in mind when I'm using my layout. Now the text size is far too big for me at the moment, and it doesn't say what I want it to say. So I'm just going to remove these elements so that they're not in the way, and I'm just going to use this one text box first of all. I'm going to go in and change the size slightly, and I could change the font if I want to, but this is the font that I'm using, so I'm going to just change the positioning over here, and I'm going to change the name to what I want to call the group. So that in itself is a quick and simple headline that we could use straight away over on the Facebook group. But I'm just going to tweak the brand styling a little bit more, and I'm going to introduce a different hand style font. So I'm just going to go through and choose the font that I want to use from the drop-down menu within Google Slides itself. Let's have a little look, which is the font I want to use. So let's choose this one. And I'm going to remove the first line, and I'm going to remove the second part up here, and then bring these up together and change again the font size so that they fit within each other. And then I'm going to bring back, by flipping over to this page, I'm going to bring back this box, this mark that I use, and I'm going to pop that on the page and then arrange order center back, resize the box. I might actually change this box to black and then change the text to white. So there's a very quick and simple way of creating a new graphic from our templates to go and use over on your Facebook header. Now to save this, we can either go File, Download As, and choose the JPEG or the PNG option, and this will save a JPEG or a PNG to your computer, or you can use the screen grab option, which for me on a Mac is Command Shift and 4, and that brings up this crosshatch that you can see here, and then I can go and start in the bottom corner and drag over the image until I've selected as much of it as I need to. You'll see that then, when I let go, creates an automatic image that saves to my computer, and then I can head into Facebook, go to the change group photo, head over to upload, and then choose the last screenshot that I've just created that's saved to my desktop, and that will upload this graphic into your Facebook header. Now you can just position it slightly, move it up and down so that it fits in the middle, and then hit Save Changes, and you've just updated your Facebook header using one of the web header templates that are available to you with inside Disrupt the Timeline. So any questions at all on how to edit these graphics to fit your brand style, just let me know. Come on over into this group and you'll be able to upload any of the graphics that you're working on and ask for any feedback from myself. I'm in and out of that group and I'm more than happy to help you get the most out of these design templates. So I will hopefully see what you create very soon. So that's a sneak peek inside Disrupt the Timeline, and that's just one of the exclusive collection of 150 plus expert design templates that you have access to inside. Now these are all created to help you say ta-ta to feeling like that fresh face, don't look at me, just let Rookie, and hello to being the consistent creative powerhouse of branded content of your dreams, all without needing a degree in design or waiting around in blind faith for what that designer creates for you, or getting sucked into the vortex of DIY programs that lure you in with their endless free options but ultimately leave you crying in a pool of color combinations and font choices that look more preschool than professional. All you need to do is simply download your templates, edit using Google Slides, it's free and I'll show you how, and then start sharing consistently. Because this idea I see doing the rounds at the moment that something is better than nothing isn't strictly true when it's something makes you look like you don't have the time to invest in yourself, let alone your clients. And the alternative, doing nothing, well, that just isn't going to cut it. So soon enough, I know you'll have a full team around you, a dedicated designer on tap for your design needs, or a social media strategist and a launch manager, the assistant of your dreams. But in the meantime, you need help. Right now, you need a professional collection of every social media graphic that you can dream of, a quick and easy system to edit and use these to build confidence in your brand, your offerings, and you. You need a swipe file of templates designed to fit every visual you could ever need to promote your brand. And you need a grab and grow resource that will help you save years learning how to lay things out, what colors and fonts and images go together to help you stand out online, to captivate your perfect customers and build your brand the way you see it in your head. You need your very own marketing/designer/launch manager on your side, helping you get your stuff out there. You need Disrupt the Timeline. And right now, as a thank you for making it to the end of this masterclass, you can get your hands on everything, all 150 plus design templates and the trainings and the support for just $297. Plus, when you join DTT through the link in this masterclass, you will get to choose your own bonus. So you can choose to either have access to me personally to review and edit your designs, which is something that I'm not currently offering anywhere else, unless of course you're a one-to-one client, or you can have access to the next volume of DTT templates when we open the doors in a few months' time. So head over to the link on this screen and then email d@bydesign.co.uk with your choice of bonus. Bonus 1, the one-to-one design review and edit. So when you're ready to share your first design from the DTT collection, ping it over to me first and you'll have my private email to make sure that I see it first, and I'll record a full review and edit anything that you need editing so that you'll walk away with a template designed to fit your brand that you can use over and over. Or choose bonus 2, which is instant access to the next volume of DTT templates. So that's another 150 plus design templates that you can start using in your business for no extra cost. You just choose which bonus you prefer and then ping me an email with your Disrupt the Timeline member details and we'll get you hooked up with your bonus. And I'll just leave you with this thought. Facebook posts with images see 2.3 times more engagement than those without.